Hey guys, so I plan on taking a little break from, all this cryptocurrency stuff that I've been getting into lately. I am just so overwhelmed with cryptocurrency. That's all I've been doing. When the whole reason why I started this channel was to speak about basically all the other stuff that I get into. And it's mainly a lot of conspiracy theories, honestly. I love my conspiracy theories or conspiracy truths, so to speak, right? So the most recent one that's been getting my attention, and it seems to be becoming a little bit more popular, is probably one of the most scary scenarios that could possibly happen in the near future, and that's an EMP. And an EMP is an electromagnetic pulse. So also sometimes called a transient electromagnetic disturbance. It's a short burst of electromagnetic radiation, which such a pulse's origination may be a natural occurrence of man-made and can occur as a radiated electric or magnetic field or a conducted electric current depending on the source. So basically it's an electronic pulse or current that basically stops all electronics in that, in within its area. So if that went off in the United States today, being, thinking of the fact that we are so reliant on all of our electronics, our iPhones, our iPad, cell phone. Oh, I already said that. So I don't even remember the damn names. So, and especially our laptops. So if that ever happened, that would be devastating, obviously, right? Most people wouldn't even know what to do. But not even just that, our water would stop running because there's no electricity to keep the pumps going. There's a bunch of different things that would happen. Our electricity would go off. A lot of people's foods would spoil. It would be a downward spiral like this, right? So I guess what began this whole craze of speaking about EMPs is North Korea. I think, I would say probably about a month ago, there was this sort of, oh my gosh, North Korea is going to bomb us kind of craze. And now it's just a little quiet. No one seems to be talking about it. I don't see too many articles about it, not too many videos, or people aren't talking about it anymore because who knows? Maybe nothing's going on. Or maybe something's going on. Maybe they're actually planning on, and this is both parties. This is United States and North Korea. You never really know at the United States. Something could be brewing that we don't know about. Is it an EMP? Will North Korea hit us with an electromagnetic pulse? I don't know. I don't even know if they have the means to do something like that. I did read something. I don't know if it was a video, if I read it, but basically what they could do in order to create something that would cause that mass effect, they would create the nuclear weapon, right? Or a bomb that's large enough to take out all of our power grids or satellites. So it would have to be blown up miles in the air as opposed to ground, like most bombs are dropped. It would be blown up in the air, and that would disturb all of our satellites, apparently, blow them up, basically. I'm not really sure if that would work so well. I'm sure it'll blow them up, but I feel like we have like backup power somewhere or something. I don't know. But that was one of the things that I saw. So there's a couple of articles here that I found. One from Wired, and North Korea is plenty scary without an overhyped EMP threat. And that's true. I completely agree. Look at this big dummy right here. He just looks goofy as hell. So angst over a potential electromagnetic pulse attack bubbles up every few months. And it's easy to understand why. The EMP impact envisioned by people who have studied it closely would be downright apocalyptic. A decimated U.S. power grid and up to 90% of Americans dead within a year. And I completely believe this. And this is, I don't know if this is completely real or not. This is a good fact, but I completely believe in it because most of us, we don't know how to survive without electricity. We just don't. We don't have farms and, in order to make sure that we're fed and make sure our family's fed without electricity. We don't have the means. Basically, we don't have the necessary means to live without, technology of today, right? So it doesn't help either that North Korea recently invoked the specter of an EMP attack. So I'm not really sure what they mean by here. North Korea recently invoked the specter of an EMP attack. So is there a dude who's considered a specter? Or are they just looking up information about EMP attacks? And it seems increasingly like it would have to be wherewithal to pull one off. Oh, would have to have the wherewithal to pull one off. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I read it from here. In broad strokes, if you explode a nuclear weapon at high altitude, it generates an electromagnetic pulse, which in turn can disrupt electronics ranging from cars to streetlights, to the U.S. power grid itself. But what degree depends on whom you ask. So that makes sense. It is very scary, but you know, most of these things are scary. Any kind of disaster in the future, in the near coming future, is scary. I think the reason why the EMPs are probably one of the scariest is because, like I said, we are so reliant on our technology and all of our gadgets and stuff that we don't know how to live. We can't survive. You know who was going to live? The rednecks out there in the middle of nowhere. And the people that basically are living in very rural locations. I still can't pronounce that word. I don't know why. Rural. I don't know. Sound like Scooby-Doo. So, blackout or bust. So I just talked more about history and stuff and EMPs and don't want to hear about that. I think it'd be really interesting. A part of me, the one reason why I consider myself a conspiracy theorist is because a part of me kind of wants it to happen. You know, God forgive me, but I think it would be really exciting to challenge a lot of people's survival techniques. And I hate to say that because I live in an apartment right now and I don't have the space to continue prepping like I used to, because I used to prep all the time, but I don't have anywhere to put that shit. So, you know, but I guess if you were serious, you could definitely argue that, you know, you could argue with me that if I was serious enough about prepping, that I would have space regardless, right? But you know, one thing I do focus on is having enough water. I don't focus on, you know, dried foods and food prepping so much, which is stupid of me, I know. But I think right now what I need is more knowledge than I do actual things. So, I mean, I might not have the chance to bring the things that I have at home with me. Now, you could argue that I should have a bug out bag. You know, and I completely agree. And I've started on my bug out bag. I've started on, you know, getting the supplies that I need, et cetera, but I'm not there yet. And I think everyone should have a bug out bag. If we want to just talk about that, everyone should definitely have some sort of a bag full of things that you need to survive, just in case shit does hit the fan. And I think one day it will. And you know the type of people that I really hate? The people that swear up and down that nothing bad will ever happen because our government just has our backs, or it hasn't happened before, so it won't happen now. And it's just like, how stupid are you? Like, how do you know it's not going to happen? Because it didn't happen yet? That makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. So I hate people like that. They're skeptics. Like, they have to see it with their own two eyes in order to believe in it. It's like, but if you see it with your own two eyes, it's too late. You know, it's already too late. It's pointless. But I do like that there's so many EMP videos. It shows that a lot of people are, you know, opening their eyes to the fact that our government doesn't necessarily have our backs and doesn't necessarily, you know, they're not going to always be there for us, especially in times like this. And I think people are seeing with all the I wouldn't say natural disasters. Yeah, actually, yeah, we could talk about that too. Natural disasters, right? And all of the terrorist attacks that have been happening lately. There's just too much mystery involved in them. And people are starting to ask questions. People that normally wouldn't ask questions are starting to ask questions. And I probably think the most recent attack, I don't remember what I think it was in New York. I'm not really sure. I didn't look into it, but I saw it on my phone a while ago, probably a couple of days ago. But I guess there's another guy that drove through a crowd in New York and killed a couple of people. I would say 6 to 10 people, I believe he killed. And this is just happening too much. And I don't believe that all of these attacks and all these natural disasters is our government basically starting their whole natural selection kind of thing. I believe that it definitely is mainly the United States government. And that's for a whole nother video. I want to definitely focus on EMPs right now because, man, I need to write notes for that video. So, but yeah, I mean, these videos came out, and this is the EMP videos came out in a month ago, 5 months ago. So this is an ongoing fear that people have, including myself. But no matter what, regardless of how obsessed I am with conspiracy theories and obsessed I am with prepping and making sure that me and my family is safe in any upcoming natural disaster, I always remember that the first thing I need to do is prepare my mind more than anything else. I think you have to be spiritually aware of what could happen and, pretty soon, and spiritually prepared to deal with and adapt to any sort of upcoming disaster. 100%. No matter how many bug out bags you have, no matter how many rooms full of prepping items that you have, and gallons of water, and how much knowledge, that fighting style and knowledge that you have, that won't matter if you're not physically but spiritually there. So I think the first thing you should always do is make sure that you're right within yourself. And you don't have to be a godly person at all. You don't have to believe in any of that if you don't want to. That's your own personal thing. But to me, spirituality is completely different. There's a line there for me. So spirituality is for everyone, regardless of what, Grandma Ethel told you to believe in. That's just, what it is. It's my opinion. So is there an EMP coming, or will there be an EMP attack? Who knows? Question is, are you ready? Are you spiritually ready? Are you mentally ready? Are you physically ready? And if the answer is no, then the question needs to be not if it's coming, but what you need to do to prepare for something like that. And I think that's it. I think that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. I definitely want to do more videos like this as opposed to focusing on, on cryptocurrencies so much. It's starting to get a little overwhelming, and I don't want to be thinking about money the whole day. Like, I don't want to constantly be thinking about invest, because it's been like that for the last couple of weeks now. I appreciate you guys for watching my video once again. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell me how you like it. Tell me if you thought I should add more information in there, or your opinion on, if an EMP will happen, North Korea, and all that bullshit. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.